All right. On our today's topic, which is mammalian teeth, we'll be looking at some series of aspects that has to do with our teeth. And today we'll be looking at these three objectives. First, we're looking at the structure of a tooth. Second, we'll be looking at the types of teeth, and then we will also look at the dental formula. You're going to learn these uh, uh, how these are being calculated mathematically and also biologically. All right. Before we dive into the structure of a tooth, I will assume that we've learned what dentition is all about, because when you talk about teeth, you're actually looking at dentition. We've gone to the hospital trying to get our teeth set because of one or two reasons. We might be toothache or some other things that might cause issues when it comes to our teeth. So first of all, we'll first define what a teeth is. They'll say here we say it is small. It's small. It's calcified. Calcified means that it's made of calcium, and this calcium content of it makes it hard. When you look at the body, we have two most important part of the body that absorb calcium. First, it is the teeth, and then the other one is the bone. And it is said that 80% of calcium that we get to our body, the calcium we consume, is being absorbed by the teeth. So teeth absorb over 80% of the calcium content of our body, while our bones absorb about 20% of the calcium content of our body. Okay, so we said teeth, they are small, calcified, hard, whitish structure found in the mouth for mechanical breaking down of food. Yeah. Okay. Now looking at the structure. Now this tooth. Here we have a tooth. We're going to look at a tooth. Now here is divided into three major layers parts. First one is called the crown. Here we have the crown. Then here, in between the crown and the root, we have what we call the neck. So we have divided into three. We have the crown, we have the neck, and we have the root. Okay, the root is kind of invincible. You can't see the root because it's buried beneath the gum. What we actually see is the crown and a little bit of the neck. Okay, all right. Now, within the crown, we have some other component that makes up the crown. Now, if you look at this diagram here, I try to sorry for that. Sorry. Here, I try to label them based on where they belong. Here, if you look at the crown is made up of the enamel, the dentin, and then the pulp. The enamel, the dentin, and the pulp. Now, if you look at the enamel, from our initial definition, we say that that the tooth is white. Okay, so that's the enamel aspect of the tooth that we said is white. And then also we say that they are calcified, meaning that they are hard, and this also referring to the enamel. Now enamel happens to be the hardest part of the tooth, and then followed by dentin. Now dentin is a little bit hard, but not as hard as enamel. Okay, which also is the second layer immediately after the enamel. So we said enamel is the hardest part because it's calcified. Okay, followed by dentin. Okay, then after that I have the pulp. Pulp is where we have most of activity going on, in the sense we have two particular cells within the pulp. One is the nerve cells, and then also is the blood cells. Okay, so within within the pulp we have the blood cells and we have the nerve cells. Well, let's not get to that now to get to the root. Okay, so moving on further, we have the gum. Now the gum is the reddish part that you all see within your mouth. Okay, the reddish part that is kind of a little bit soft and soft. Okay, then also have the bones. The tooth. The tooth is kind of fixed to the skull, or to the mandible and maxilla that makes up the cranium, the skull, the head. Okay, so here that's what have bones here. So this a tooth is fused within a bone. Okay, then also that's where we have the neck. That's okay. Then also we have the root. Now the root, like I said, is buried beneath the gum. You can't see the root until there's a pool or there's a mechanical damage to the teeth that makes it to go out. Okay, now the root is made of cement too. Now this cement is like a wall that holds the root from beneath within the bones. Okay, we call it the cementum from the word cement. Okay, so that's the cementum. Now coming down to these blood vessels and the nerve cells. Now this blood vessel is responsible for enrichment. This blood vessel supplies the teeth with proper oxygen and other nutrients that the tooth needs. You know, we said they are calcified. Is also the blood vessels that brings in the calcium that they absorb from the food and so on and so forth like that. Then we have the nerve cells. Now the nerve cells is responsible for impulses. It transfers information to the brain for interpretation. You know, when you bite on something hard or something hot or something cold, you're going to feel this sensation, something in your body. That is as a result of the nerve cells. Now the nerve cells is one responsible for that. They transport this information to the brain interprets and then sends it back to the field for you to feel it. Okay, so moving on, we have I've also mentioned that the crown consists of the enamel, the white and hairy part of the tooth, and the dentin. Then the neck is the narrow junction between the crown and the roots. It houses the pulp. Now cement is the layer covering the roots. Okay, and so on and so forth. We've talked about this. Let's not waste too much time on that. So we're moving on. We have types of teeth. Now we have four types of teeth. Four types. Now these teeth, they are different based on their function. They are classified based on their functions, based on the shape, and also based on the type of root they possess. Okay, now if you look at this diagram closely, we have first one, which is the incisor, followed by the canine, and then we have the premolar, and then we have the molar. Now coming back to the incisor. Now incisor, if you look at the position, is at the front. This is at the frontal part. Now look at this diagram. So this is the incisor, this is incisor, the incisor is the front part. The one you see at the front, that is incisor. They actually fall in number in the maxilla, that upper jaw, and also fall in lower, making a total of 8 in an adult mouth. Okay, so it's at the front. Now you have is sharp. We say here, we say this chisel shaped. It's very sharp. And then when it comes to function, it's used for biting. It's used to bite. So it's just something bit me. So actually looking at the incisor. Then after that, we have the next one, which is the canine. And canine is known to be one of the sharpest tooth in the body, in the mouth of an adult human or mammal. Now have the either side is located on either side of the incisor. So within, now look at the canine. Look at this other diagram. This is the canine is beside, and then the other one is the other way around. Okay, now this canine is used for tearing. Use it to tear. You rip something off. Okay, so that's the function of the canine, and canine is sharper than the incisor. Okay, now next one we have the premolar. Now if you look at these two, premolar and molar, they're actually the same in terms of function, but when it comes to the reason why I have the pre here is because the premolar came out for life. That's why you have the first premolar. This is the first one that came out, followed by the second premolar before the molar. That's the reason for the word pre, means first. Okay, now it's also behind the canine. Now they have one or two roots. Now looking at this diagram, some we have one or two. Sometimes some are one, some are two. That we have one or two roots, and it's used for tearing and grinding. Okay, then also we have the molar. Molar is kind of the same in terms of function, but when it comes to structure, they are quite different. Now molar, it has 2 or 3 roots, and then also there's what called the ridges. Now if you look at the topmost part here, these are the ridges. These are the ridges here. Now premolar has 2 ridges, while molar has about 3 to 4 ridges. Okay, and also used for chewing and grinding. So it is of the same function with premolar. Okay, so these are the types of teeth. There are 4 types. We have the incisor, we have the canine, and we have the premolar, and then we have the molar. Okay, so moving on, we look at the dental formula. Now after this, I'm actually going to make a separate video on how to calculate this dental formula, and you should get that also. I think it should be alongside this, but it's kind of a separate video where I took time to explain how to calculate this. Now if you look at here, what is the dental formula? Dental formula is a formula used in expressing the number and kinds of teeth possessed by a mammal. Okay, So you have to do with number and the kind. And if you study the dentition properly, you will discover that the teeth are classified based on how it's succession. They are classified based on structure. They are classified based on the types. Okay, so that's what I say is a formula used in expressing the number and kinds of teeth possessed by a mammal. Now, to calculate this formula, we have these four types of teeth I've just mentioned. One is the incisor, the other one is the canine, the third one is the premolar, and the last one is the molar. Now, if you look at this, the I is used to represent incisor, C is used to represent canine, while premolar is used as P. Some people prefer, to me also, I prefer using PM for premolar so that I will know that it's still molar. Okay, so I use the word PM. Then the last one is molar, which is M. So here we have one CPM. So this is the acronym used to represent the types in calculating the dental formula. Like I said, there's a video made separately for this. You can go ahead also to look at the video and then get some of this, get the explanation correctly. Okay, all right. So here we have the structure, the diagram picture of our mouth, where we have the teeth arranged properly within the upper and the lower jaw. Here, the upper jaw, which is known as the maxillae, and then lower jaw, which is known as the mandibles. Now, if you count everything here, you're going to have 32 in mammal, whereas we have about 20 for milk teeth. Okay, you can read that up. So I have 20 for milk teeth and have 32 for adult teeth. Now, for milk teeth, for adult teeth here, the last set. Now, there's no wisdom tooth in milk teeth. This is the last set of tooth to show up. That's why it's called wisdom tooth. Okay, all right. So when you study the structure of a milk teeth, you will get to understand what I mean. So this particular diagram will be moved over to the next video, where I say something about dentition, how to calculate the formula for dentition. So I will not waste my time on this here, because we're still going to review it. Then the next one, which is dental formula. These are the formulas. You're not going to understand this until you watch the other video on dentition, dental formula, sorry. Okay, so you go there, you watch it, and you understand what we have for dog. We have the incisor 3/3, we have the canine 1/1, we have the premolar 4/4, and we have the molar 2/3. So dogs, they have total of 42 teeth. Okay, 42 teeth. Then for cat also, we have 3/3 for incisor, 1/1 for canine, 2/2 for premolar, and 1/1 for molar. So cats, they have total of 30 teeth. Then for pigs also, canine, blah blah blah. So pigs, they have 44 teeth. And then sheep. Now if you look at this, find out that 22 is what we have on the upper jaw, while under 22 is on the lower jaw. So times it by 2, you have 44. All these are explained in the other video of how to calculate dental formula. So with this, I will advise you go over and locate the other video, the continuation on how to calculate dental formula, and watch through and learn. If you have any question, you can hit the button down the comment section and ask your question. I will get back to you immediately. Get that. And also, most importantly, I would like you to subscribe to my channel. It is right there, just a click. Once you make that click, and that's, you'll be getting all the videos as they come. Thank you very much once again. I appreciate you. I love you. Have a wonderful day. Bye.